It may seem early to start talking about FIFA 23 Team of the Season, but it's actually a lot closer than you think. It normally starts towards the end of April, beginning of May, which means we're only about a month and a half away. So this is now the time to start thinking about the plan of action that you're going to put in place. What are you going to be doing? What are you going to be aiming for? And how are you going to be making the most out of the 2 to 3 month long promo? Before we do get into the video, if you're looking to get some very easy coins, then there is no better place than SkyCoach. You can get as many coins as you want. It's a fast and safe delivery. And of course, we cannot forget that it's cheap. You will be able to get a lot more for your money using SkyCoach to buy FIFA coins than if you was to go and buy FIFA points. You simply highlight how many coins you want, you choose your platform, and you place your order. And those coins will be added to your account within 1 hour. So if you do really want to get ahead of most people in Ultimate Team, there is a link in the description down below. And if you use Fnatic at checkout, you'll also get 10% off your purchase. Team of the Season is very similar to the likes of Team of the Year, except it's based on seasonal performances and it's about 10 times bigger. I know it does sound like with Team of the Year, it should be the best players of the year, in which it is, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be the best promo, because Team of the Season also marks the end, or at least getting close to it, of Ultimate Team. And whereas with Team of the Year only focuses on the best players of the year, with there also being a few honorable mentions, with Team of the Season, it focuses on the best players of every single league. In all honesty, this is my favorite time of the year. And even though we don't have an exact release date, because this is a game which is based on a yearly franchise, we know when it's happened previous, and we can also take some rough guesses. So it is going to be starting sometime at the end of April, potentially even the beginning of May. And because this is content that gets released every single year, it's likely that it's also going to be in the exact same order. So there have already been some predictions laid out of the exact order as well as dates in which these teams will be released. And normally it starts off with the community team of the season, and then after that we get a new team every 3 to 4 days. Typically 2 times per week until it gets to the end, where sometimes it starts to speed up purely because the leagues which are being used just aren't that popular. But it still provides content. For the first couple of weeks, you have a major league such as the Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, or Ligue 1. This would be released on a Friday, but you will then get another Team of the Season which is released on Monday. And this one won't be as popular of a league, but still something that people are going to be looking for. And just like Team of the Year, with everyone that does get selected, they will get a massive increase in their overall card stats, giving a +5, maybe even more overall rating, with this heavily influencing their in-game stats. They'll be given a blue card, which always looks nice, and for those that were included as Team of the Years, if they did get a Team of the Season, they're going to have a fairly similar rating, except with these you have a much higher chance of packing them. Because it is the end of Ultimate Team, or at least we're coming towards the end, EA are slightly more generous, increasing the pack weight. We also can't forget that this is 10 times the size of Team of the Year, because now on a weekly basis there's going to be a team or 2 being released, each with 11 players, and also you'll have subs with reserves. There's going to be a lot of players that you will be able to pack, with this also being a promo which lasts months longer than Team of the Year. So the chances of you packing something good are exceptionally high. And for those that don't pack anything good, let's just say you get incredibly unlucky and you do not get anyone, the good news is that these players are much cheaper. Yet again, we're coming towards the end of Ultimate Team, interest is not as high as what it once was, and because of the amount of players available on foot, it just means that it's not as expensive. Normally at this period, we also see a massive decrease in player prices across the board, not just Team of the Seasons, but every other promo that's been released. It's not uncommon for certain Team of the Year cards, which were expensive, to suddenly drop down to less than 100k. All between the moments in which Team of the Season releases all the way to the end of Ultimate Team when the next FIFA releases, and in this case it will be EA Sports FC. So with all of that in mind, how do you really take advantage of this promo? Firstly, you do need to build up coins. I know it's a bit of an obvious one, but the more coins you have, the better position that you'll be in. You can spend more coins to buy players to then throw into SBCs. You can just buy packs, as well as you could just buy the players that you are unable to pack. The more coins you have, the better, and that's a rule that applies to absolutely everything. If you're unsure of how to build up your coins, you can go through as many matches as possible, but that's going to take a long time. My recommendation, make sure that you're trading. You don't need to be using ridiculous trading methods 24/7 to profit out of them. There's some very basic ones that you can use, and we go through a lot of them here on this channel. You can use those, build up 10-20k every single day, and by the time Team of the Season is officially released, you can start strategically making decisions of where you're going to use those coins. You should have a couple 100k, potentially even up to 1 million coins, depending how much you've been trading. This opens up a lot of doors for you. The second thing that I recommend doing between now and before Team of the Season is released is buy into different types of investments. I still go through Team of the Week investments. Every single week a new Team of the Week is released, I'll buy the ones the second that they expire and store one of each card into my club. I'll hold on to them for weeks, potentially even months, until they increase in price and sell them. And so far I've been doing this all year and I haven't made a loss yet on a single player. You can either sell these players on for profit, or you can go and use them for SBCs themselves, and hopefully you'll be able to complete them for a fraction of a price compared to everyone else, because they're buying Team of the Week players when they're expensive, whereas you're buying them when they're next to discard value. Another thing that you can do is sell your team, or at least get rid of some of the more expensive players in your club that you are not using, which are still tradable. This comes down to you making the most amount of coins possible in your current position. If you have players in your club which you are not using but they are tradable, you can sell them, get the coins for them now, and watch how they decrease over the next couple of weeks to months. By the time Team of the Season is released, similar to what happened with Team of the Year, because everyone expects it to happen, they also sell their team. That in itself causes a market crash, but once Team of the Season is officially here, people stock up on loads of FIFA points. They also stock up on packs so that they can open them once this promo is active, and that also brings another market crash, a second follow-up. If there's players in your club that you are not using, you're going to get the most out of them right now. Sell them, wait, and then if you do decide to go and buy them back, you can do it during Team of the Season or even after, where you'll get them for a fraction of the price in which you initially sold them for, leaving you to have many more coins left over where you can buy into a completely different team, maybe some other players which are just as good. And the final way that you can take advantage of this, and we did just mention this, is by saving packs. This is what most people do. If you do not want to spend FIFA points, which I recommend that you don't, because it is a rip-off, especially if you're looking at massive promos like this. It's all down to chance, and you can put hundreds of thousands of FIFA points on thousands of pounds worth, and there's no guarantee that you'll get anything, which we did see during Team of the Year. So with that, many people prepare by just playing the game. They go through objectives, they complete SBCs, they go through their matches every single week, division rivals, foot champions, claim their rewards, store them to their club, and do not open them. They just sit there and wait. Wait until Team of the Season is released, and that's when they decide to open them for whatever team that they fancy. It's not recommended to open your packs right at the beginning, because it's normally the community Team of the Season at the very beginning. There can be some okay players as part of the community Team of the Season, but it's not going to be the best. A lot of people wait until the Premier League is released, Bundesliga, Liga and Serie A. That's where you're going to be seeing some of the best players. And it's recommended to save your packs for them. If you save your packs for the Premier League, which is normally the first major Team of the Season to be released, you can then go through, open all your packs. Hopefully you'll get a player. If not, you'll use all the other players that you got, throw back into other SBCs to get even more packs. Use that for Bundesliga, do the same thing. Use that for Liga, do the same thing. Use that for Serie A. You will use all of those players that you have left. At this point, hopefully you would have packed someone good. but you can have one final chance and throw all of those players that you have remaining back into SBCs for the ultimate team of the season, which includes the best of the best of the best. And this really is the highest chance of you getting something good without needing to put any money into the game. Now, if you did do all of this during Team of the Year, you know that it was a bit of a letdown. Team of the Year is the hardest players to pack every single year. It's absolutely ridiculous. And there were a lot of content creators which did put thousands of pounds worth of FIFA points onto this game, only to get a couple. It is not worth it. Team of the Year, as said, it is slightly better. You do have a higher chance of getting something good, but with that, because it is the end of the year, even once you get something good, it's not valued as high in terms of coins. Not to mention that if you were to go and buy these players, you do only have a couple months until it's all completely wiped, and then we go into EA Sports FC, where we do this whole cycle again. So my recommendation is to go through what we've said, build up coins, invest, sell your team just before, save packs, and then go through team of the season, enjoying everything that you've been able to build up. And even if you don't get lucky enough to pack one of these players, you've still been able to build coins, invest, sell your team, where you can then buy back that team or look for something considerably better. It may still seem early to start thinking about all of this, but trust me, it's going to come a lot quicker than you think. If you do have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.